Nothing gold can stay. This poem, I think, ever since I read it first back in freshman year with Mrs. Lutzo's class in The Outsiders, I feel like ever since then it's kind of hit really like close to me. Because whenever you first read the poem or they mention it, it doesn't really seem too big of a deal. It's just the two main characters who are younger, childish kids. They're kind of just running away from home, kind of like a rebellious stage, I guess. It doesn't really seem to play a huge role. I mean, it just showcases that golden childish innocence. But as the novel progresses, one of the two main characters, he ends up getting mortally wounded and ends up in the hospital. And I think from that point you realize it's not going to get better, and then the main character's bond between each other grows so much during those last like couple of days of him living. And his final words in the hospital are "Stay gold, pony boy." And I think once I read that line, like the whole meaning of the poem truly hit. That kind of like life is full of these unpredictable moments, and that once we have these golden opportunities, even though we may not want to like, or we may not think they're the biggest things, and we may strive for more, we just need to like stick with it and just push through, because these golden moments aren't going to be there forever. And I think once just this was introduced to me, like the whole meaning of the poem opened up so much more. I think that's where my appreciation came from, because this is one of the first poems I truly kind of like understood and connected to. The meaning of "nothing gold can stay," to me, is kind of just, it's Frost's way of telling us that we need to just go out and live, because things in life, they're not infinite, they're all finite. Whether it's sharing a last memory with your grandparents before you go away to college, sharing last memories with your family before you go away, just live, enjoy your time here, because it's not gonna last forever. I feel like Frost was also commentating on the fact that like our life goes through cycles of ups and downs. And I feel like a lot of us right now are kind of getting to that point of like the peak of our childhood, kind of like this time that a lot of us, I feel like, enjoyed. And now that we're reaching adulthood, we actually have to start like worrying about like all the stresses and anxieties that are present in a lot of life of adults. And a lot of us don't really know how to deal with that yet. This idea of gold really kind of hit me when I was thinking about this project, because childhood to me is a very pure emotion and gold's a very pure color, and kind of this loss of childhood to me hit, and that's why I'm here to Ocala Park today, because Ocala Park has always been a very near and dear location to me, because this is where I started my soccer career with Tiny Kickers. I always used to come here with my grandparents and cousins just to have fun over the summers. I feel like I haven't been here in such a long time, and to me that just showcases this kind of loss of childhood in a way. I know I'm not alone in this feeling of kind of just like being worried for college. And as much as like I want to kind of like get out of Pennsylvania and move on, driving away 7 hours from my family isn't an easy thing to think about. And I know a lot of us are going through this right now, because some of us might be going out of the state, some of us might even be going out of the country, or some of us might just be an hour or two away from home. And I feel like leaving home for the first time is a very, very large part of life. And this idea of this era of childhood being over kind of just goes with Frost's ideas that nothing like truly great can stay forever. And I feel like he greatly achieves his meaning through the like vast amounts of imagery he's used throughout his poem. The poem itself is fairly short, but there's so much imagery in it, between like the trees and like the nature imagery of shifting from green to gold, kind of like that idea from spring to summer to fall back to winter, kind of showcases this like cycle-like nature of everything, and how in the end, even though right now we may be nervous for what the future holds, there will be another point in our life where we're at this like apex and we're at this peak. But there's also going to be down points, and that's what he's trying to say, is that like enjoy those times while you're at the peak. Just keep doing whatever you can to enjoy that time at the peak, because it's not going to last forever. And I think that's why this is truly hitting so close to home, is that this will be like the last time I might be in Pennsylvania, because who knows
Nothing Gold Can Stay by Robert Frost. Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaf's a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief. So dawn goes down to day, nothing gold can stay.